Hello and welcome back. My name is Andrei,
And I'm Dominica.
and we're back again with another reaction to.
Carpenters with Love Me for What I Am. This one came from you guys, so thank you very, very much. And I have a quick question to everybody who knows. On the Google it says The Carpenters, but on the YouTube it says Carpenters. So let me know which one is it. Thank you.
I think that
Okay, The Carpenters.
I, yeah.
Thank
I
you.
want to say I'm a bit excited and
A
not
bit
only a bit
excited.
more because I feel like today is my day. We have a love
Love
songs.
songs,
I don't
yeah,
know,
you like
just
so much.
yeah.
That's
I'm
correct.
it's in my mood kind of
This was
thing.
one of the most recommended by everybody after we've done Carpenters. First time superstar, I think. And a lot of people, even to this day, people are sending comments and messages saying that her voice, I think Karen Carpenter, her voice is just magical. So I'm ready to check it out.
Let's go.
We fell in
Oh,
love on the first night that we met. Together we've been happy. I have very few regrets. The ordinary problems have not been hard to face. But lately little changes have been slowly taking place. You're always finding something is wrong in what I do. But you can't rearrange my life because it pleases you. You've got to love me for what I am, for simply being me. Don't love me for what you intend or hope that I will be. And if you're only using me to feed your fantasy, you're really not in love. So let me go. I must be free. If what you want isn't natural for me, I won't pretend to keep you. What I am, I have to be. The picture of perfection is only in your mind. For all your expectations, love can never be designed.
Oh, you know what? I'm a little bit sad because how the song started, I was thinking, oh my God, it's gonna be one of the most beautiful love
True
songs
that
with her voice and this melody, amazing. And then it
something
took a
happened.
sour, yeah, sour turn, and it's really really sad. And for sure, another song from taken from life, isn't it? You know that
It's
happens so
so
often.
feels so real. It feels so. I mean, I I love the lyrics.
Really really beautiful, but very very sad in a way. I think that one of the saddest things in life is to be in a wrong relationship, isn't it?
Mhm.
And then realize that a little bit too late, that you spend with someone.
And you stuck there probably, and you cannot. I don't
Yeah,
know. Well,
how it started, it was going to say, oh my God, it was very similar to kind of us, I would say. We fell in love in the night, overnight, and that kind of
yeah,
happened, right?
yeah. And then I see the things go a
And
bit wrong, and I say,
no,
I feel
no,
sorry.
we're not gonna take that song and make it ours. No.
No.
But it's really, it's very true. There is a lot of there is a saying that the honeymoon period finishes in relationship, and that's when your pink glasses falling off, and then you see the person for who they are, and then
Mhm.
you see if you're actually matching and all that.
And
You
sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't work, right?
quite often it doesn't, especially these
Unfortunately,
days.
yeah.
It doesn't that great. Um,
Love me for a while.
for what I
I don't know. I was happy now. Start to get a bit on the sadder part. I don't know. Ready?
yeah.
patience, love can never be designed. We either take each other for everything we are, or leave the life we've made behind and make another start. You've got to love me for what I am, for simply being me. Don't love me for what you intend or hope that I will be. And if you're only using me to feed your fantasy, you're really not in love. So let me go. I must be free. You're really not in love, so let me go. I must be free. You're really not in love, so let me go. I must be free.
I think that's the end. You know what, this song, her voice is so pure and beautiful, but also, although it's again, it's sung in a way that it's kind of very sweet, but at the same time, it's very serious. You know, you can feel. I hope she didn't go through anything like it. Although I think at some point in our life we did, right?
You know, I'm just thinking, um, when the love transform in something like that, more like a possession, and you is and you the person feel because it's not going to work anymore, but still try to control you and still try to.
I think it's worse when the other person, because that for that person who tries to control you, they don't know what the real love is. But if you stay in that relation, you try to please that person. I think that's what, you know, it's not working, but you kind of
But
I understand.
sometimes it feel like, you know, you even say, please just let me free.
Yeah.
So, but the other, I don't see it. Like you say, probably it doesn't see it.
Yeah.
It's not working. What do you mean it doesn't work? You mine or you
Yeah,
this
and you're supposed to do this and that. I know.
Change. Go. Let's go.
You know,
this.
I
Doing that.
always kind of think that there are certain things in a relationship, they should come naturally. Nothing should be forced. If you start to forcing some behaviors just to please the other person, then how long you can live like that? And
True. Because it's not you.
It's not
Or
gonna be you.
do this, do that, be like this or be like that. But
don't get me wrong, doing nice things for the loved one is nothing wrong with that. But if you're trying to change you to please the other person, then it's not gonna last, because at some point you break.
It's too much. You do it, but one point, you know, it's not you, and you feel like you forcing yourself to do something. No, I mean,
yeah. I mean, it's like I say, it's really sad. I think one of the saddest things to wake up after so many years being with someone and noticing that wasn't what.
But what are you doing when you wake up on one point and you know actually it's not what's supposed to be, but you still staying in that kind of relationship because, I don't know, let's say sometimes there are kids in the middle, or there are other stuff
you
involved.
Don't see the way out.
You don't see the way out.
It's it's really, really easy to, when you're from the outside, to kind of say that things, and most probably everybody in their life, they were giving advices to the friends, about sort of relationship and a love life. But it's easy to do that when you're in a happy and comfortable place in your relationship, and then tell someone else, oh no, it's not working out, you just get out. And that the other person is in it, deep,
and you don't see the way out.
And they don't. And sometimes they don't want to see that. They kind of still hoping, for them probably is, they feel that they love that person, and they, how come it's not working? It's I think it's really, really hard to realize. That's that's the hardest part, to realize that you have to let go. And I think that's the hardest part. Not leaving it, packing your bags. It's more like this realization that something is, and admitting it's not.
It's really, I don't know. It's in a way, it's feel not not really interesting, but how how in a world, I mean, you just go together and you don't feel the way how you feel before, and you still just pretend you do it, or you want to, or you don't realize,
Well, I
because
think
you
it's-
can see from your action not being the same person when you've been on the beginning. You probably bad, you doing the nasty things, you're doing all of that. So why, in a way, why you keep trying to, I don't know, and even sometimes you say, oh, but I'm changing, or I'm sorry, I will do it better, or I'm not gonna, it doesn't work. Who you lying? Because I don't think you lie nobody, not even yourself, because you're never gonna probably change. You're never gonna do
I
that
don't
thing.
think they know that. I honestly truly believe that
And
they believe.
and you keep the other person captive there in a way, in such a world that is.
I think there is a many reasons. Like you say, sometimes it's because this is your family and you don't know anything different. Sometimes you're afraid to, start everything over again. I think it all depends. And sometimes
Scared
you
of
just,
new.
yeah. Sometimes you're scared to be lonely. That how am I gonna do it?
After all these years.
Yeah, all this time you rely
And-
on the other person, and then all of a sudden you have to start relying on yourself
Or
only.
sometimes you even think, oh, what someone gonna think about it? What are my family? What are my
that
friends?
too,
or,
yeah.
or they're gonna, and I would keep trying to make it work, but clearly it doesn't work. And probably I'm not. I probably sound like here we just try to make someone just to leave a relationship. Or no, I'm not doing that. But I'm just thinking for really sad, but you're really miserable in your. And it didn't supposed to be like to live a life like that in a way with someone who is next to you and you love.
You're only talking about the relationship that they actually not working. It's because there is the other kind of side of it.
Yeah, but the song is a bit more like.
Yeah, the song is about the when it's not, when you have to change your behavior. That's correct. It's not because you said that people's gonna think that we kind of telling people to leave the relationship.
No, we're not.
It's not that. No. If it's working, or if it's something to is. I think relationship. I don't think. I hear a lot of people saying that when you're in a relationship, it's a hard work. If it's hard work, I feel personally,
you're in the wrong one.
I think you're in a wrong relationship, because it's exactly what she said at the beginning. Everything should come. The beginning of the song should come naturally. You shouldn't. It shouldn't be hard. If it's hard, then that. And probably people, I can talk only from my experience. And when we started relationship, we were living in two different cities, and for about 9 months, we've been traveling between those cities, and back and forth whenever we had a day off, and whenever we could, and and then getting up 4 o'clock in the morning because on Monday we want to stay a little bit longer together. And now, when even recently we're talking about it, oh my God, how did we manage? We were working full time, two different cities, two different homes. It was Arnie as well. You had to go to work, and then we still managed. But back then it wasn't a problem, was it? Did you see it as a problem?
No,
it wasn't a problem. It was more you couldn't wait. It was okay. We love each other. We want to be together. We have to make it happen. There's no other way. And it was just natural that you were working things out, right?
That, yeah. I don't know. Well, yeah, it's true. When you hear someone complaining, how it's hard to be to distance, or hard. Sometimes it's hard with someone in the same house. I mean, if it's hard, it's not why it's supposed to be. Then I guess, right? I mean, why it's hard?
I think a lot of people these days wants to be in a relationship but keep their independence, and they kind of, and they're expecting the same from the other person. And if that's happened, I don't think you want to be in a relationship, like proper relationship. I don't know. It seems like we turn into the coach, relationship coach.
Yeah,
call us. We give you some advice. I don't think they're going to be any good, but
don't listen to our advice. I don't know.
No, sometimes
we are not
sometimes the song kind of take you somewhere.
And, I know, I just feel sad in a way. I was just going with the lyrics, and I said, I didn't supposed to be like that. He even blocked me at one point. I said, I could not even, I don't know, it's just lock you in. it feels sad. And you say it was sweet the way she
her
was
voice,
singing.
yeah, her voice is so
and-
sweet, but the sadness
inside
creeps in. Yeah, that's what I
don't
mean.
know.
That's what I meant.
All right. Hope you enjoy our reaction and see you again next time. Have a lovely day and all the best.
Thank you so much for
Bye-bye.
watching. Bye for now.